All right, here we go. Question number one. What does it mean to be an immigrant in the U.S. right now?
I would say a lot of culture of fear.
It means having like a target on your back.
Wait, get back. You can't grab me like that. You can't grab me like that. Get on the ground. Down, on the ground. All right, but you're not on the ground. Hey, what am I doing? Hey, get on the ground. All right, bro. You can't be doing that. I'm from here also. Get on the ground. Y'all scaring the dude, bro. That's not how you arrest people. What? Yeah, I can take it. I got rights to talk, bro. I no right here. I do. Brother. Get up. Listen, I was born and raised here. I was born and raised here. All right.
So the idea of migration is as old as human existence. And to me, it always stems from a need for the idea of a group of people or a person wanting a better life for themselves.
Our parents, in my case, having to cross for a better life. And I think that if they were to put themselves or walk in our shoes, then they would have done the same.
Most that come here, they're not looking for shit to be handed to them. You know, they're going to work for what they need.
You know, my grandma bought her own house, never learning English in America. She used to have a paper route when she was like 85, 90 years old. Arthritis, never complained, never said I need anything. She was literally the backbone of the family, all by herself. Never complained.
I feel like to be an immigrant here in the United States is to have compassion for others and to stand up for justice and to see that we all here in the United States are immigrants and to be conscious that we are on native land. We're on stolen land that was originally inhabited by indigenous peoples of the Americas, and that they are the true original peoples of this land.
Right now, it sucks. Right now, it's particularly in my neighborhoods, with what's been going on with the ICE raids, it has established an environment of terror and intimidation. And not only just for undocumented people, but even for documented people. So it's not a good time, I think, for people of immigrants. You know, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Former President Donald Trump took his anti-immigration rhetoric to a shocking new level today at a rally in New Hampshire. He said that immigrants are, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, using language that is often employed by white supremacists.
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
We're not bad people. We're not criminals. We're not people who are doing just like, I don't know, like gardening or constructions, but we're much more than that. We go into the medical field, we're lawyers, we're so much more than that. And I just really hope America can see that.
My mom and my dad they always installed good morals in me. Never steal, never hurt anyone. You know, something that I have a hard time with is when I hear, oh, on the news, oh, the criminals, the murderers, the rapists, like all of that. And that's not who we are.
We're not what, you know, is seen in the mainstream media and like that mainstream narrative of like those people or they did this, or, you know, we're very seen as like demonized and dehumanized. And so we're just regular people trying to make a living and make ends meet, but also thrive and seek that light at the end of the tunnel for ourselves and for our loved ones and our children and for future generations. And so we're just regular people.
Immigrants are the same as all Americans. You know, all Americans are immigrants. It just depends on how many generations back you want to go. And we all want the same thing. You know, we want clean water, air. We want opportunity. We want our kids to be safe and happy. And I think we all want to be free. You know, we all want to be able to have agency and make choices that we want to make without some opposing force telling you you can't do that or you can't be that just because it doesn't coincide with their either capitalist agenda or political agenda or religious agenda. You know, I think everybody wants to be able to live their lives and be happy. You know, it's real simple.
America is an interesting place to me where we don't interact enough, in my opinion, with people who are different. Our communities are very segregated, you know, through economics. You know, wealthy neighborhoods are one thing, poor neighborhoods are one thing. We know each other in a very almost stereotypical manner, but not in a way where there's a lot of like kind of an integration.
It's the way like the system is not built for us, right? So how do we change it? And I think through my experience working in this field, I've seen so many victories that I know, you know, our community is very strong. And I think when we come together and build people power, we can do so much as a community.
Being an immigrant today in the United States is not just business as usual, but a call to break away from that, a call to come together and recognize that we cannot continue these same narratives and cycles of hate, of despising one another, of thinking that people, just because of a different color, of a different hair texture, or different accent, or different family history, are suddenly bad for you or for your family or for your economy or for your whatever.
People are generally good people. People generally want a job if they can get one. They want to provide for their family, and they want a place to live. That's basically what it is, I think. And just because you were born wealthy or poor, I don't think that that goes away. And I think if we were to interact more, we might see that a little bit more. We might recognize that in each other more. And instead of stereotypical ways that we might see each other, whether it be through the media or through social media, but real interactions, I think you're able to recognize that everybody's just trying to do the best they can to get by. And most people are not trying to hurt one another.
What gives me hope right now is the force of the immigrant community. The perseverance, the resilience, the commitment, the humility, the strength, the power, the force that is the immigrant community.
You can't get us down. We won't quit. We won't stop. If you learn anything, what I've learned about boxing is you could not kill the spirit of a Latino fighter. You cannot. They won't quit. They will not quit, and that's universally known in the sport of boxing. You're not gonna break their heart. It's impossible. That's our superpower. Not quitting.